What's up, you guys? It's Marissa from Push Past Paralysis. Today I want to talk about the key and the root to everything: self love. It's never too early to teach it, and it's never too late to learn it. It's the thing that everybody needs the most right now. I'm convinced that if people just learned to love themselves, we would have no kids trying to change their anatomy. We would have no parents trying to teach their kids to change their kids' anatomy, which is their own lack of self-love and trying to push that onto their kids and their patterns and what a lot of parents do, but in a really, really sick way now. We would have no suicides, no addictions, no codependency, no taking other people's shit. It all boils down to a lack of self-love. And what made me think about this was a documentary I watched last night, which is going to be a whole separate video because I spoke about the person that it was about in another video, and it's a whole video in and of itself. But for this topic, a lack of self-love is wreaking havoc on the world right now. It's on top of everything that I already mentioned. It causes bullying. It causes the other stuff that goes around that's probably going to get me nuked if I even say it. Schools and stuff. Teachers trying to indoctrinate their students, and just, if you actually loved yourself, you wouldn't entertain any of that. You wouldn't subject yourself to the craziness of everybody trying to change you in the world. And specifically for people with disabilities, you don't have to be like everybody else. It doesn't make you less of a person. And even for people with disabilities, there's a level of sometimes not wanting to be in the body that you were given, just like, the other communities that have that issue right now. Even if you're not religious, you're not spiritual, whatever, on some level you have to come to the realization that you were put here the way you are for a reason. A good reason. Not to be punished, not to suffer. You were put here to change people's lives and the world for a reason. Whether that reason is small or big. You could be a big influence or celebrity, which they suck nowadays, so who cares, with like a big voice and a big platform, or you could make the day of somebody who, unbeknownst to you, was on their way to take their own life, but because they met you, they decided not to. And I think if you are struggling with self-love right now and you have had any of mental health struggles or, suicidal tendencies, depression, whatever, and you're on the other side of it or getting to the other side of it, is incumbent upon you to pass love along to the next person. Even if that person, you have no idea that person is struggling. It's incumbent upon you to be nice to people. To just have that aura that makes somebody else feel better. And the only way you can get that, the only way you can achieve that, is to have self-love within yourself first. It is true that you can't truly love somebody else until you love yourself, because you end up treating other people the way that you're treating yourself, or the way that you feel about yourself. Think about the most miserable person that you know. You might think that it's you, that they hate you, that they're, this, that, and the other thing. They're miserable and they're mean and they're horrible because there's a lack of self-love there. Now, I'm not saying to go to the extreme and make excuses for like murderers and all of that. Like that, there's somebody else's problem to deal with. But everybody on some level, if they're horrible to themselves, if they're horrible to other people, they're horrible to themselves first. Bottom line. So that is my message. A lack of self-love is ruining the world, and it's an easy fix. Because you don't have to, it's not a tall order like you have to, fix this, that, and the other thing in the world. No, start with yourself. Love yourself enough to treat yourself better, eat better, stop toxic habits, stop hanging around toxic people, maybe, work out more, treat people better, treat yourself better, do something that puts you in a good mood, do something, for charity or for a business or something that, helps somebody else. Start small, and then you'll see the ripple effect. You might not see it right away. In the beginning, who knows? It might not work because you've been in your own mindset your old mindset for so long, and it might frustrate you that it's not working right away. But it will. And then when you do truly love yourself, the other stuff, the other craziness, what people say about you, what people think about you, none of it matters. It just rolls off your back, and then you don't internalize even more negativity. So, if anybody is miserable and thinks that the world is going to hell in a handbasket and there's nothing we could do, today start with yourself. Love yourself a little bit more. And before I ended this video, I wanted to show a couple of bracelets that I have. I participated in the Out of the Darkness walk for suicide for a couple of years. I went to see Matthew Hussey, he's a love and relationships coach, but he gave a bracelet that says committed to me because self-love comes first. And of course, my Now Matters More Foundation bracelet. I'm highly affiliated with the Now Matters More Foundation. They help people with mental health, addiction, and getting the help that you need if you can't afford to do otherwise. I will leave their link in the description. I will leave the Out of the Darkness link in the description. And I will also leave Choosing to Live, Never Suicide by my friend Louie, another Louie. He has a great foundation if you have, suicidal thoughts, tendencies, and, are in any way thinking of ending it, go to him. And by all means, come to me, because I'm willing to help in any way that I can. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope it helped somebody. Please share it with anybody that you know who needs a little bit of extra self-love today, and I will talk to you guys soon.